Hello and a wonderfully warm welcome to every single person joining me today. It is an absolute delight to have you here. Before we begin our exploration into one of nature's most astonishing giants, I want to take a genuine moment to send my sincerest well wishes out to you and your loved ones. Wherever you are in the world, whatever your day looks like, I truly hope you are feeling fantastic, surrounded by positivity, and are in the very best of health. Now, let's talk about a plant that defies everything we think we know about how plants grow, a true superstar of the botanical world that holds a record so impressive it seems almost impossible. I am talking about bamboo, and the incredible fact that certain species of this plant can grow over 1 full meter in a single day. That is not a typo, and that is not an exaggeration. This is a real, measurable, and breathtaking phenomenon happening in forests and groves around the world. When we think about plant growth, we usually think of something slow, gradual, and almost imperceptible. We water a houseplant and watch for weeks to see a new leaf unfurl. We plant a tree sapling knowing we might not see it reach maturity in our lifetime. Growth, for most of the plant kingdom, is a patient and slow-motion affair. But bamboo exists in a category all its own. It is the fastest-growing plant on our planet. To put that growth rate into perspective, imagine planting a bamboo shoot in the morning, going about your day, and then coming back in the evening to find it is taller than you are. If you were to sit and watch it intently, you could practically see it moving, climbing towards the sky at a rate of several centimeters every hour. This isn't magic, though it certainly feels like it. This is a spectacular feat of biological engineering, a unique growth strategy that has evolved over millions of years, and understanding how it works opens a window into the remarkable ingenuity of the natural world. To truly appreciate bamboo's speed, we first have to understand what it is. Bamboo is not a tree, which is a common misconception. It is actually a giant grass, belonging to the same vast plant family as the grass on your lawn, as well as wheat, rice, and corn. This family connection is crucial because it hints at the fundamental growth patterns that bamboo has taken to an extreme. But unlike the grasses we are familiar with, bamboo has evolved a unique structure that allows it to achieve colossal size and staggering speed. There are over 1,000 species of bamboo, ranging from small, ground-covering varieties to towering giants that can reach heights of over 30 meters, which is taller than a 10-story building. The record holders for growth speed are often the larger, tropical species, which thrive in warm, humid climates with abundant rainfall and rich soil, conditions that provide the fuel for their explosive development. The secret to bamboo's incredible growth lies not in what we see above ground, but in what happens below the surface long before the shoot ever appears. A bamboo plant spends the first part of its life, which can be several years, investing all of its energy into building a massive and complex underground network called a rhizome system. Think of this rhizome system as the factory, the command center, and the storage warehouse for the entire plant. It is a horizontal stem that grows underground, sending out roots and storing vast amounts of energy in the form of carbohydrates and nutrients. This initial phase is called the establishment phase, and during this time, you might see very little happening above ground. The plant is building its foundation, gathering resources, and preparing for its grand debut. It is a lesson in patience and long-term investment. The plant is not sleeping, it is strategizing, building the infrastructure it needs to support its record-breaking growth spurt later on. When the rhizome system is fully established and has stored enough energy, it signals the start of the explosive growth phase. The plant begins to produce new shoots that push up through the soil. These shoots are already preformed within the rhizome, complete with all their nodes and internodes, the segments that make up a bamboo stalk, packed down and ready to extend. Now, here is the key to the speed. Unlike trees and many other plants, which grow from the tips of their branches and stems through a process called primary growth, a bamboo shoot grows by elongating every single one of its internodes simultaneously. It's like a telescope extending. At the base of each internode is a special region of cells called the intercalary meristem, which is a band of rapidly dividing cells. When the plant has the right conditions, warmth, moisture, and nutrients, it pumps water into these cells. The water pressure, known as turgor pressure, forces the cells to expand and elongate at an astonishing rate. Because every segment is elongating at the same time, the entire shoot rockets upward. There is no waiting for one section to finish before the next begins. It is a coordinated, full-length effort. This centralized support system from the rhizome network is also crucial. The shoot itself does not need to spend energy on photosynthesis or gathering water and nutrients during this initial growth burst. It is being fully supplied and powered by the well-established underground rhizome system, which acts like a booster rocket, fueling the ascent. The shoot can focus 100% of its effort on just one thing, growing upward, incredibly fast. This speed is not just for show, it is a brilliant survival strategy. In the dense, competitive rainforests where many bamboos originate, light is a precious resource. Plants are constantly fighting to reach the sunlight above the thick canopy. By growing faster than any other plant around it, a bamboo shoot can burst through the understory and reach the life-giving sun in a matter of days or weeks, rather than years. This gives it a huge competitive advantage. Furthermore, growing so quickly makes it very difficult for predators and herbivores to keep up. By the time an animal thinks about munching on a tender new shoot, the shoot may have already hardened and become too tough to eat. The growth rate is its own form of defense. After its breathtaking vertical journey, the bamboo shoot reaches its full height. But the growth process is not quite finished. The shoot is now tall, but it is soft, green, and flexible. Over the following weeks, it begins a process called lignification. This is where the plant deposits a complex polymer called lignin into its cell walls. Lignin acts like a natural plastic, providing rigidity and strength. It is what makes wood woody. As the culm, which is the technical term for the bamboo stalk, lignifies, it hardens and changes color, often turning from green to its characteristic yellow or brown. It transforms from a soft shoot into one of the strongest natural materials on Earth, pound for pound stronger than steel in terms of tensile strength. Once it hardens, the culm will not grow any wider or taller. Its diameter is determined from the moment it emerges from the ground. All the growth happens from the inside, through the elongation of its cells. The life cycle of bamboo is as fascinating as its growth. Many bamboo species are monocarpic, meaning they flower only once in their lifetime. And for some giants, that lifetime can be long. Some species have a vegetative growth phase that lasts for decades, 60, 80, or even 120 years. The entire grove, which is often one single connected organism, grows and expands underground for this entire period. Then, seemingly on a synchronized clock, all the plants, across a vast region, will flower, produce seeds, and then die. This mass flowering event is a mysterious and awe-inspiring phenomenon, and for the plant, it is a final, grand strategy. By producing a massive, synchronized seed crop, the plant overwhelms seed predators like birds and rodents. There are simply too many seeds for them all to be eaten, ensuring that some will survive to germinate and start the next generation. After the parent plants die, the nutrients from their decaying bodies return to the soil, enriching it for their offspring and continuing the incredible cycle of life. For us humans, bamboo's amazing properties have made it one of the most useful plants in history. Its strength, flexibility, and lightning-fast growth rate make it an incredible sustainable resource. Because the root system remains intact after a culm is harvested, and new shoots will quickly emerge to replace it, bamboo can be harvested without killing the plant or requiring replanting. It is used for everything from building materials and scaffolding to furniture, flooring, textiles, paper, and even as a food source in the form of bamboo shoots. In a world searching for eco-friendly alternatives to steel, concrete, and slow-growing timber, bamboo stands out as a superstar, a testament to how working with nature can provide us with strong, beautiful, and renewable materials. So, the next time you see a bamboo floor, a piece of bamboo furniture, or even a picture of a vast bamboo forest, remember the incredible journey. Remember the years of patient preparation underground, the explosive, record-shattering growth powered by water pressure and cellular magic, and the transformation into a material of immense strength. The bamboo plant is a living lesson in the power of preparation, the brilliance of natural engineering, and the astonishing speeds that life can achieve when conditions are right. It is a true wonder of our world, and I am so thankful you joined me to learn about it today.